Welcome to Law Days and Lattes, the podcast where we blend the world of law and business with a warm cup of information and common sense. I'm your host, Sidney, attorney, real estate investor, and business owner. Each week, we'll be your go-to source for legal insights, business advice, and so much more. Whether you're a seasoned professional, an ambitious entrepreneur, or simply someone seeking guidance, we'll have you covered. From navigating the legal landscape to empowering you with valuable business strategies, we'll explore the legal side of life and enjoy a virtual latte along the way. So, grab your favorite latte, get comfortable, and let's dive in to Law Days and Lattes. Welcome back to Law Days and Lattes, where we talk about life, law, business, and building something meaningful, one conversation at a time. I'm your host, Sidney, founder of the Whelan Law Firm, now serving North Central Missouri businesses and families in 3 convenient locations, Moberly, Carrollton, and now in Paris. I want to talk to you today about timelines. Do you ever feel like you're not in sync with everyone around you? I do. Like, I should have done this years ago. Or maybe I should have figured this out earlier. Well, I've decided that I'm really not behind. And if you're anything like me, you're not behind either. You're on your own timeline. But let's be honest for a second. What happens when your timeline doesn't just look different? It looks faster. What happens instead of slowing down, coasting, or, quote, winding down, close quote, you feel like you've got your foot on the accelerator? Because I'll tell you something I've been thinking about lately. Sometimes I look around at people my age, and it feels like they're gently tapping on the brakes. And I'm over here pushing the gas pedal harder than ever. So the question becomes, is something wrong with me? Or am I stepping into something bigger? Let's talk about the myth of the right timeline. We've all been handed this invisible script. Work hard early, build stability, slow down later, play it safe, and protect what you've built. And there's nothing wrong with that, if it fits you. But here's the problem. That timeline assumes everyone wants the same kind of life. And they don't. Some people are wired for comfort. Some people are wired for growth. Some people are wired for expansion at any age. And if you're listening to this, there's a good chance you're not someone who's done building either. So, the feeling that no one talks about. Let me say this out loud, because I don't think enough people do. It can feel isolating to still be ambitious when others are slowing down. You might wonder, should I be doing less? Should I be satisfied already? Why do I still want more? And more doesn't have to mean money. It might mean more impact, more freedom, more creativity, more experiences, more legacy. But when your energy doesn't match the people around you, it can sometimes make you question yourself. Accelerator versus brakes. Let's talk about that image. Foot on the accelerator versus foot on the brake. Neither is wrong, but they lead to very different lives. The brakes mindset might be protect what I have, avoid risk, maintain stability, stay comfortable. The accelerator mindset, on the other hand, might be build something bigger, take calculated risks, expand your capacity, create new opportunities. And here's the key. You don't accidentally live a 10x life. You choose it over and over again. Are you manifesting or just becoming? Let's address the question. Am I manifesting a 10x life, or is this just me? Here's my take. It's a little bit of both. You don't accidentally think bigger than your environment. You don't accidentally start new ventures or expand your business or dream beyond your current reality, that's not random. That's alignment. It's identity. That's you becoming the version of yourself who lives differently. Let me give you permission to be on a different path. If you feel like you're speeding up when others are slowing down, or you're building when others are coasting, and you're dreaming when others are settling, here's what I want to tell you. You are not behind. You are not off track. And you're not doing life wrong. You're just not following their timeline. You're following yours. And that's okay. Maybe this isn't about pushing the accelerator too hard. Maybe it's about finally driving your own life. And maybe the discomfort you feel isn't a warning sign. It's a signal that you're expanding beyond the version of life you were handed. So I'll leave you with this. If your foot is on the gas, don't second guess it, just to make sure you're driving in a direction that actually matters to you. Thanks for spending this time with me today on Law Days and Lattes. If this episode made you think about some of your own timelines, remember that you are not behind. You are on your own timeline, just as you should be. Share this podcast with someone else who might be second-guessing their timelines. And let's continue this conversation on future episodes as we make sure to keep the guardrails in place as you work at your own speed, fast or slow. And as always, keep learning, keep building, and I'll see you next time. Have a great week, my friends.
This podcast episode contains general information for discussion purposes only. Each case is different and must be judged on its own merits. Missouri rules generally prohibit lawyers from advertising that they specialize in particular areas of the law. This show should not be construed to suggest such specialization. Nothing on this show should be taken as legal advice for any individual case or situation. This information is not intended to create an attorney-client relationship, and the listening or viewing of this podcast does not constitute an attorney-client relationship. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.